My spouse and I, both in our 30s and married for 3 years, have mostly kept our finances separate. We agreed to save $35,000 each for, that's a lot of money, $35,000 each for a house down payment. As we're about to close in a few weeks, my husband dropped a bombshell. He hasn't saved his share. I'm a hospital administrator, more conservative with spending, while he's an engineer who tends to spend freely, lending money without expecting returns, that sort of thing. We've argued over his spending habits before. Now, facing this shortfall, I'm furious and unsure how to proceed. If I use most of my savings for the house, I fear resentment. We split responsibilities evenly until now, always agreeing to split expenses 50-50. This morning, we left for work without speaking.
Did he just feel like he didn't have to save? He could not save? Like, what was his reason?
Sound
like you're just that bad with your money that you couldn't save. Did he save anything? Like, what do we have, sir?
We're going to add to the fact he saved 20. I mean,
15.
15.
So he's got 15, and then it sounded like
he's missing 20.
He's missing 20, so he sound like a little gambler to me, honestly.
It's something else,
so he probably got some other things going on,
right?
Well, he's probably got some other things going on. He's probably like, I don't have it now, but I can get it
next week.
Yeah, you can get it. You just don't have it right now.
You got to hit for it.
Yeah, that's all.
Parlay.
I mean, well, if he was able to get the other 20 before the date that was needed, and I guess cool, you got it. But like, let's talk heavily more about.
You say that though,
right? But as we're throwing shit out there,
we're not. We're just agreeing to that one additional fact.
So 15,000. He sounds like the type of person that I'm not saying it's her responsibility, but she should have checked in on like, how we doing this week? Like, if he spends freely, she should have checked in and been like, yo, how we're going to make it into 3 weeks, or not stay on top of him, but it seems like she knows he spends freely. So
can I counter that?
Of course.
I feel like a person who has probably had issues with spending and they're with somebody who spends completely different, there's always like there's going to be something, some sort of, what's the word? Adversarial nature or whatever between them. So she probably tries not to harass him because they've agreed to the 35,000. So she's saying, cool, we talked about it. We've agreed to it. I'm not even finna harass him about this because there's so many other things in our relationship that we're dealing with, so on and so forth. So I'm thinking if she was doing that, if she wasn't checking in, that's probably the reason why.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out why didn't they just have a joint account and just have the 35,000 in there that they would collectively each put in. Therefore, you would be
that's true
more so
aware
of the entire process of the saving to achieve their goals. I mean, you know who you marry.
That part.
Like,
you do know
who you
marry.
marry.
I don't know.
She gave
he's
him the
wrong
credit.
as fuck.
Yeah,
but,
he's definitely wrong. I'm not saying he's right. He's definitely wrong.
I just think
She
that
tried to treat him like an adult.
They'd have to renegotiate this agreement because I don't think that in 3 weeks they're gonna be ready to put that down payment. And honestly, if I was her, I would not feel comfortable putting up my half. And and that's really if he had nothing saved at all. Maybe we could work with whatever you did have saved.
He had 15.
Okay, yeah, right. You're right. We did say 15.
It's like if I know my girl, or or she knows her husband, right? You know your significant other.
3 years, so that means they've probably been together. They've been together at least 4 or 5. So
yeah, and they're married. So I know there's certain things that my significant other does that I don't like, that I think that she could do better without. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have that same thing in their relationship. Now, I don't expect it to change, right? So if she knows that he's frivolous with his money prior or throughout their relationship, I would imagine that they've had conversations before because they had a conversation now, and a conversation isn't enough at this point. And there has to be some type of action that has to be taken. That's why I said a joint bank account could be a good solution, because she can see, hey, I put 15,000 in. You've only put 5,000 in so far. We have 20,000. Our goal is 70. How can we help? And I think that there is a way to go about checking your partner.
So my question to that is, how do you present that when you already know it's an issue in a relationship? Like, y'all have had some tips about it. How do you present that such that the person doesn't automatically come off as being defensive? Like, oh, you think I can't do it? You think I'm responsible enough? You think I'm an adult? Like, because I feel like people who know they be fucking up,
they get
right?
defensive fast.
Right? You know, they're like, don't nag me, don't nag me. But it's like, how do we? But
Yeah.
while I agree with you, how does she approach that conversation such that it's fruitful?
Well, I always believe in having smaller goals that add up to the bigger goal, right? So
Well, the big goal is a house now. So
What-
35 is just a little
I'm
baby
saying like
something.
70,000 to save.
Uh-huh.
So let's say if they have, I don't know, 7 months to do it. So that means collectively each should be putting 5,000 a month in, right? So I would be like, I would set it up to a way where I'd be like, let's have a joint account. That way we can both see and we can both stay proactive, on our goals. Now, let's have incremental goals that are going to be 5,000 each a month. That'll ultimately lead us to our goal of 70,000 in 7 months. And then if anybody that doesn't want to work together, like Alan says, that's just somebody you can't build with, right? So if they're defensive on that approach and saying, hey, we're going to make small goals together and we're going to be able to, see what each other is doing, therefore we can kind of help wherever someone is lacking. And you don't have to wait. And that's what I think a lot of problems in relationships are. They're always solution-based and never preventative-based, right? So instead of trying to find a solution, why don't you prevent the problem, right?
So proactive versus reactive.
Exactly. So I think that in this situation, if they had smaller goals that they can be able to hold themselves accountable throughout the process, it wouldn't get to a point where you realize you put 20 in and they put 3, because I think it's hard to be calm at that point. Like it's hard to address like, hey, so I put 20,000 and you put 3 and you're about 17,000 short. And then because it becomes a whole different thing. But if I notice that you're like $1,000, $2,000 short, that's easy to deal with. Once it starts growing to that 3, 4, 5, I'd be like, hey, is there something that I could do to help you? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
And maybe, and you're right, maybe they should have agreed like up front when they were going to set aside this money. Hey, next 12 months, you don't lend no money to nobody.
She probably said that. No, I'm saying she probably said that.
I mean,
and
if she know.
Yeah, and I feel that she probably didn't want a joint account for this exact reason, because then she could watch money go away, and
that was important to
make
include
more arguments.
That he's a lender.
Yeah.
My thing is like,
I didn't think about that.
If this person is spending money, right, and he's not able to save money realistically for any priorities, right? Why did you get married to him? Love. I mean, we don't have that answer here, obviously.
Yeah, no.
But I just can't imagine like me marrying somebody who's just not like, I guess, able to work with. And at a cost of our real, beneficial future. We want to get a house and put $70,000 down. I'm pretty sure it's a decent house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming that you both have your eyes set on a house or a particular style of house that's going to cost this much. You guys have a pretty good taste, and
They might live in New York.
Yeah, I would hope. I would
You're
hope
really not getting that much.
But then you think that he was able to save 35,000?
You said he had a good job, and she
said he was an engineer, right?
Job.
Yeah, he actually has a professional, and he's an engineer.
See, the thing is with men, if men are struggling in a relationship, they're more likely than not to not say anything. And they'll take the L by himself. He could
like
to his spouse.
Okay.
And really to a majority of people, he might have 1 or 2 people where he'll trust, where he can kind of vent to about his financial struggles. But when a guy is actually going through his financial struggles, he's not going to tell his woman. And I feel like that's what's happening here. Now, obviously, it's going to affect their relationship because of their goals. But a man always thinks, I'm going to be able to fix it by then, right? So it's like, I know I gotta get this extra 20,000, but that's 5 months. I get the 20,000 in. Like, that ain't nothing. 20,000 is one day of just one good work, right? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think what ends up happening is sometimes the struggle for a man lasts longer than he anticipates. And because it lasts longer than he anticipates, he knows he's gonna get through it. But the day that he thought he would be done with it by hasn't come yet, and it has been extended. And it's hard to look your woman in the eyes and tell her like, hey, I'm failing right now because I still believe in myself, right? Because I know I'm going to be able to do it. I just don't know exactly when.
I have a question.
Make sense?
I have a
That's
question.
that manipulation.
No.
Hey.
Why is it manipulation? He didn't say it.
And she stuck by it, so she knew. She knows, and this probably is not the first
That's
time
the
that
roping in.
this is probably not the first time this has happened, especially if they're splitting the bills 50-50, and for them to come up with the 70,000, it's probably been short somewhere else.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. But babe, I believe in myself,
he
and I
doesn't.
need you to believe in me
That's
too.
it.
So we
Fucking
still in
gaslighting.
this.
This March
No, he's not
Madness,
saying
I
that
got
to.
this,
No,
you know.
he doesn't say that to his wife. We're not saying that.
No, not at all.
We're not gonna tell you I believe in myself.
Not at
So, but we're like, oh, I fucked up. But back in our heads, we're like, but I'm about to get this shit fixed. Like,
I have a question though. Like, and and honestly, I'm putting myself in this, scenario. At what point, as a spouse who's made an agreement to do X and is presently failing at said agreement to do X, at what point should they just come clean and be like, hey, I know we agreed that in X amount of months, we're both supposed to have this amount of dollars, but I'm a little behind. I'm not asking you to help me. I'm just asking, like, can we, agree to more time so that I can have my part together? Like, clearly he doing this at a minimum of 3 weeks out. So I don't know if he's telling her this or she's asking. So I'm wondering, at what point is he supposed to be like, you know what? I ain't got it. I'm gonna get it because I believe in myself,
Well,
but I ain't got it right now.
well, he probably knows that she has it for him because she said she doesn't want to use. And it ain't right. I'm not saying it's right, but he probably knows that. Like, I know you're holding something.
that's why I married you.
Yeah, you're holding something,
To
and
pick me up when I'm down.
I didn't say that. He knows
That's
he
real
knows
shit,
she's
though.
holding something, and like she can, she's the lifeline basically.
I said
They
you
both know each other. She got 50,000, by the way. I want to let you know, she got 50,000. She's saying that okay, we agreed to 35, but she say 50
She got
because she knew he was
35
gonna
for the
be
house,
short.
and
Let
then
me-
the rest
let me add
they got
this.
for the furniture.
it says if I use most of my savings for the house. So clearly she has it in her savings, but it's not set aside for the house. So that's the problem.
And he's probably like, I could deal with that little argument for 15,000. Like,
Man,
it's
That was
all right.
20.
Oh,
20,000, whatever it is. He probably
Yeah.
like, I got this.
she
you
might
know.
be 35. He goes,
Y'all
like,
niggas-
Better extend that lease. That's all I gotta say.
wicked. Y'all are wicked.
Extend the lease.
He probably waiting for March Madness.
So
know.
you think he's a gambler?
If he's just giving money away, it don't sound like.
I don't think he's a gambler. I
It's
think
like
he got friends around him.
got
He can
friends
ask.
in need.
Yeah, and I think,
oh.
because a lot of
That's what
times,
it sounded like.
I don't know how old they are, but I would assume they're younger, right?
30s.
Yeah, late 20s to.
No, it says 30s.
Oh, 30s. Okay. Did it say like when? Like early, late, mid? No?
Oh, you said younger.
It says married for 3 years.
Okay. So let's just say they're
Your
in
age.
their 30s, right? This is probably, and me being in my 30s, right? This is probably the time where you got most of your friends who are trying to finally get it together. And he probably the one that got the bread. So he's like, yo, I'm going to help my homie out here. And I'm not saying it's smart, but I'm just saying, like, right now, he's probably the only one in a position where he's lending it out to the people that he wants to be better or see do better. And I'm only saying that because she says that he frivolously gives money away. No man just frivolously gives money away. We giving it to him because that's my bro. Like he got a vision, and I have the ability to support his vision. I'm gonna support his vision because no man wants to be the only man paying for the bill.
Because he's the bank.
Basically, yeah. Like the one homie is the bank. You know what I'm saying?
No, really? That's a thing?
Until they can get into the bank, because the niggas can't go to the bank. That's why he's the bank.
Is that a thing though?
Yes.
And if that's the case, she probably told him before about your broke ass friends.
Yeah, but they'll give
So-
you.
And we talk about, y'all always talking about a girl's hoe ass friends Can we talk about a nigga with broke friends?
You can.
You pulling me and my husband down. How about that?
You pulling him
No,
down.
you pulling us down because you supposed to know my friends is here and they here to stay.
What? You see how they act when the tables
It's the
turn?
bros
You see how
before
they
the.
act? You see how they act though? Y'all see it. I know y'all see how they
I
act.
can get
when
another
the
wife,
tables
but I can't
turn.
get another friend.
I mean,
You gotta understand that. I could always get another wife.
Always.
I can never get another day one friend. Now, I'm not saying the ones that are really fucked up, like those you gotta let go. But the ones that are good people.
but those are the ones that are asking for money and you're lending it to them and they're not giving it back.
Well, not
Yeah,
all the
'cause,
time.
bro, we day one.
Sometimes-
Yo, day-
So I'm
I
gonna
wish
need
my day
another
one would.
1,000. I'm gonna need another
y'all
1,000.
thinking,
day one.
y'all thinking about the pookies. Niggas ain't best friends with pookies, right?
Not as engineers, they're not.
Yeah,
that's
not
not
as
what I'm
engineer.
talking about.
It's like
I
well, I'm
just
trying to tell you, like the
talking
type
about
of
the friends that need
I could
money.
be a friend and be like, "Yo, listen, can I borrow 25,000? I want to do an investment. Da 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 da. I got 25. I need 50 total. Do you mind? And I'll give you this back." And he might be like, "All right, cool." And he's not gonna tell his girl or his wife that okay, the money's tied up technically in an investment, but I gave it to my friend because dudes don't want their wife counting their pockets anyways.
It's not an investment, babe, because he said that he's not expecting
That
that
doesn't
money
make sense.
back.
That
Yeah,
doesn't-
but-
no.
No, she said that.
Exactly because
She said, but he not telling her the truth.
Not at all.
He's not telling
because that's the scenario
women
we're
don't
making
be
up
knowing
for
the
this man
man's
now.
finances
Guys,
for
I
real.
made him a gambler,
guys.
so
There is
You think he's a gambler?
Wait,
I made him a gambler already.
Oh
so.
yeah,
Which
and he was
actually-
gambling on his friend.
It makes more sense than this.
He gambled with his friend's idea.
I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather him just be a gambler at this point.
That's what I'm
and have,
saying.
and have an addiction because lending money and money that you actually need is different when you lend money and you know that you're not gonna be able to get it back. That's cool. You know it. But lending it and then knowing you need it for shelter?
You got 3 weeks though.
Rico,
So do he got a friend that he can ask for the
Yeah.
20,000 that he's
Yeah,
short of?
that's
He
what
probably
the
does.
money that he's owed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you think. I'm gonna be honest with
It's
you.
not. Listen, as logical as we say we are, it makes sense to like a man. Like I know he got me. He'll probably come in like the last hour before I need it. I'm gonna stress my wife out, and I know it's wrong.
Last
I'm a-
hour.
But it happens.
I'm gonna stress my wife out, but I know he's gonna show up, and I can deal with the arguments.
Your partnership with your wife should be on a higher
I mean,
playing field
okay,
than this. Than
idealistically, yes,
stressing her out
sure.
for getting that 20,000 at the last hour. Like that's just not happening.
All
like
right, so
we're
let me
that's,
ask you
that's-
this
we're not
question.
doing
Extend
that.
the lease.
Let me ask you this question: if a guy was like,
Extend the lease.
let's just say this said this, right? Let's just say this said this. Let's just say, and just walk with me for 2 seconds. If there's
1, 2.
if I can't do it if you talk. If she, you're distracting. All right, ready? I'm gonna tell you when to go. Ready? Let's say this said this. Whoa. I'm gonna say go. Ready? He gave his money for an investment. Go.
No.
Let's say he gave his money for an investment, right? And he anticipated to have the returns of his investment by such date.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we're saying that he probably is doing with his friends. Or not him, but that happens amongst men. So our friends have their plans and their investments and their ideas, and we'll go ahead and put the money forth because we're like, all right, cool, we can make money on it as well. And sometimes it does take longer than what we initially planned. Sometimes it doesn't go as what we planned. And that's the part that we don't want to tell our wife.
Well,
But
can
can
we
it- you
can
know
we
what I'm
get
saying?
him on the couch so I can ask him where the money went?
Because nobody who's an engineer is just giving away money frivolously.
I need
telling
to
you-
know.
Apparently they are.
No,
Sir,
she
are
just
you a
don't know.
gambler or is it an investment?
Or he got a drug problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
now
is
he's
what-
When that- I- but-
degenerate now. Okay.
So-
$35,000 in drugs, you might be missing some teeth. Like they gotta be some signs, like stuck in your face.
I get what you're saying. Because I actually recently did an investment. I'm in this investment group with some friends. He's a black guy who's trying to make investments more what's called more freely available to us because he comes into contact with a lot of people and he works for I think Google or Amazon or whatever. So he always gets leads on all kind of stuff. And so there's this guy he was working with. some genius guy, and he has like this crazy IP or whatever, and he needed some quick capital. He was like, I remember what the price was. I remember what I invested, and he was like, you can invest this and get back, I don't know,
X amount.
yeah, but it was collateralized, so if he defaulted, we had something to fall back on.
Yeah.
So that's why I felt safe just wiring my friend this money for this investment. Even though I trust him, I still don't trust this, wholly trust the situation. So I feel like if you have, and I did that because I got responsibility. So if he has a responsibility to his wife to have X amount of money by April 1st, maybe he should have gotten some sort of collateral or gotten, he's part owner, just something, because I'm not trying to go to my spouse and be like, yeah, I let Keisha borrow $17,000, so I don't have our money for the closing next month.
That's crazy.
Right? It just sounds crazy. I literally just said the exact same thing that you said.
Yeah, well, he got 3 weeks. Give him time.
No, that's what I said. Next month.
Him.
I believe in him.
Listen, I've seen it happen. You feel me? I've been one of the niggas that it happened to. Like, oh, we had to buy this. Oh shit. Well,
literally some
we
shit
all
I
had
would
to
do.
wait because my money got tied up over here. And it was never no house. It was never something that was.
But you know what it sound like to me? Y'all more okay with y'all wife being mad at you than y'all friend being mad at you.
Again, we can get another wife, right? I can't get another friend. So my wife being most likely
We talking about lending your friend money versus being able to close on a house with your wife.
We're talking
that
about
you can eventually take money out of and make all the little dumb investments you want.
We're also talking about
after I get to this point. She said, "I'm not letting you do
if
nothing."
If you did that dumb shit from the start,
I've been
then
doing
hell
this
nah.
I've been doing
you
it.
Don't
Yeah.
even.
She knows I've been doing dumb shit.
That's true.
I
You'll come
honestly
home and your shit be evicted.
I don't think that for me, and honestly, reading this whole thing, I think it's something way more than that. I think that he just don't want to pay for shit.
We don't. He don't want to pay.
Absolutely.
But you can't be irresponsible in somebody's face and then somebody make it $35,000.
Honestly, that's what I think. I think
playing
he's
with you
just
'cause she's
irresponsible.
stupid.
No, I actually agree with Rico. He just don't want to pay.
You don't want to pay for it.
Cause y'all both said he knows she got it.
She told
She
us.
knows she got it.
She told us she got it.
She
Told
told
us.
She told everybody she got it.
All I know is she a damn fool if he know about all her money.
keep loving that man, baby.
A
You
goddamn
trying
fool.
to say she shouldn't tell him that she got more money? Like she got like a little nest egg?
I mean, their money is separate anyway. They don't got a joint account, so
Oh, she is.
her money is her money.
No, but I'm
Not
saying,
really,
are you
they're
trying to
married.
say that
Their money
he
with
should
no joint
know
account,
that she
They're
has
still
that extra
married.
money? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
and a lie is still
Because
a
he's
lie.
irresponsible with it. Like that's like me saying, "Oh, I keep a little side of cocaine,
In my pouch.
In my pouch. Am I gonna tell the?
I keep a side of cocaine in my necklace.
Right, like,
Pop it
am I
out.
gonna tell the person who doesn't know how to act around cocaine?
Mm. I mean,
I got a little methamphetamine in my
But you
basement.
seen me do well.
Like-
this is just a joke.
Just be
Yes.
taking
You
shit
see me
too
do the
far.
cocaine though.
you did the cocaine with me.
Yeah,
Never
like,
did the coke. No,
You got the cocaine pouch.
I'm holding it for a
Oh,
friend.
exactly.
You know I put that wedding band on you after I did my line.
Because my day one didn't want to tell her husband, so I said I would keep it in my locket for her. Why would I tell him when I know he don't know how to act around cocaine? I'm just saying, like,
I think that people are crazy, in my opinion, to expect somebody to be different in a matter of 3 or 4 years of knowing them in their 30s.
Right.
And it's like, if somebody, and I say this all the time, I'm going to say it one last time. If somebody has
Ain't
lived
gonna
a
be the
whole
last
life
time.
before you, don't expect to know their whole life in a matter of a few years. I don't care if it's 5 years, 3 years, 10 years. If they're 32 years old and now you meet them, you got 32 years of habits, routines, traumas, and bad decisions and good decisions that you have to unpack. And it ain't going to happen in just a few months.
right.
So this person's been showing you who they are before. They're showing you who they are right now. Even when you plan something, he's still failing at executing because he's staying consistent to who he is. what maybe she should do is accept it accept it and stay with it, or accept it and move forward.
You know what? I just thought about something because, you know, there, and I think I've said this before, like sometimes you know to ask certain things before you get into a relationship with somebody or have a kid with them or marry them or whatever. There are a lot of things. It's one of those things where it's like, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our parents don't tell us to have these conversations. Our married friends who are in our age, they're our age mates, they don't tell us to have these conversations. So a lot of times you don't know what you don't know. Point number one. Point number two is that I remember my husband when we first met, I was like, this dude don't pay attention to money at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, this is weird, you know? Like, and that was at a time when I was still looking at price tags before I bought something, you know? And I was like, man, one day I'd love to be like that. But I used to just be like, oh, that's so irresponsible. And like, the more I hung around him, I started to feel like maybe it wasn't that bad. I don't know if it's because I saw more like inner workings of his life or whatever. But it's like now, and I don't know if it's because now when all of your bills are on you versus when you were in school, when you got parents and older siblings subsidizing certain shit, you act a little differently. But now he's way more like into like austerity measures. Like not like me, but close. You know, like I'll give you a perfect example. Yeah, I know paper towels cost a lot, right?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They cost a lot, right?
It's $20. Like
No, more than $20.
I be buying I be buying them just $20 back. 6.
Costco.
I mean, not even 6. Was it 3?
Oh no, I buy like the big joints.
Nah,
Mom
that's
has a
$50.
subscription that comes to the house.
That's a $50.
Yeah.
I'd rather
There's
go
no
to the store
Costco near
twice.
me.
Paper
Only a
towels.
BJ's and a Sam's.
Didn't know that.
I just order them off Amazon, but I buy it's a certain
But you order
brand.
them off Amazon?
I buy I don't have time to go to the store.
I
Like,
can't do it Amazon on those.
oh no, everything. Only thing I don't want to buy online is my fruit and my vegetables. Everything else can come from the Amazon. But what I was saying was that like paper towels, you know, you can buy the ones like with select the size, so it essentially cuts it in half. So they have ones where you cut them in a half and a half, so you got a fourth.
So you be pulling out.
Amazon?
Don't tell me you be pulling out
No.
fourths of paper towels.
Actually, Home Depot. And so I just order them from Home Depot, but or Amazon because they have them too. It just depends on who has them cheaper. But it's like now I don't even have to say nothing. He go over there if he know he just ate 3 chips and he gotta just do this.
Fingertips.
Baby, it's gonna be a fourth. I don't have to say nothing. It is not even that he buys them because I buy all of that stuff. But it's like now I think he understands how much shit really be costing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what's another? There's so many examples, y'all. Like, you know, Sensodyne toothpaste. It's like $8 a tube.
Mm-hmm.
The regular shit is like $1.99, I think, right? Like Crest regular or something regular, whatever. I don't know. And
Something regular.
I don't know. I don't know what it's called.
Yo.
Like for non-sensitive
Crest,
teeth.
Colgate.
Fix it in.
Whatever it is, but not for
Fix-
it's not for sensitive
Fix
teeth.
it in it. Fix it in's not the.
No, it's toothpaste, but it's just the kind that's
Yeah, just
Fix it
regular
in is a
toothpaste.
Sugar mama.
tell us you got right. He's like, well, I seen Fixodent in the cabinet. So, you know, like Sensodyne is like $8 a tube. And I have to use Sensodyne. So that's what I buy. And so I think once he found out how much it costs, he just leaves it. Oh, I'm just gonna let Erin buy that. Cause even though it's only just $8, but it's only $8 for toothpaste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just I see stuff all the time where I realize that his realizations are coming as we're getting older.
Yeah.
And we have more financial burdens on us versus when we first met, we were in school and I'm getting financial aid and he walk up to the school with a check for the financial aid. For the finance office. I was like, what? Me and all my little broke friends was like, girl, y'all, he paid his tuition with a check from his. Y'all, I'm telling y'all. And I had seen it. Like, I had friends, like, when I was in college. Well, I went to college for free, like undergrad. But I had friends whose parents were paying their tuition, but undergrad tuition is not law school tuition.
Hell no.
Undergrad tuition is not out of state law school tuition. And you walk up there with a check, it say pay to the order of Southern University Law Center. Boy, it was just something I hadn't seen. And we talked about it for a couple days after.
Yep. Then she got married.
Not really. Actually, I moved back home to Houston.
She said,
Nah, she was very methodical about it.
She
She's
kept
like,
her eye on him though.
I'm gonna watch this nigga from a distance.
I
I'll get to him.
No, we were dating already at this time.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I just didn't know. Like,
you made him take you out to dinner after that?
no, he asked me to go out somewhere.
To have $100,000, let's just say, saved, and to be able to spend $100,000, they're not the same.
Yeah,
At all.
things.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes when the person got the $100,000 saved, he or she think they could spend 25.
Nah.
But they be forgetting when you spend that 25. I'm like, wait, hold on. How did I spend 40?
But you only plan to spend 25?
I didn't get to 60 because money goes so
It does.
fast.
For real.
And it's like it just never stops. And I had to learn that myself because I be looking like, yo, bro, like this doesn't even make sense. Then I start trying to audit my bank accounts myself. And I'm like, I'm adding shit up. I'm like, oh, this shit, they kind of right. Well,
You know they got like a little
The
pie
bank got it
chart.
right.
It should be like a pie chart
I
on
don't
there.
even like looking at that pie
Oh.
chart because when I look at it,
That's the shit that make it real.
Yeah, 'cause
that
that
shit
pie
total
chart.
spent.
I made
I was
my own
like,
chart
what?
in my notes.
No, that pie chart make it real because it'll be like half food.
No, my shit said personal, and I was like, "What's personal?"
Yeah.
Nigga? So I
Yeah.
click on, it, I was like, "That's personal."
That
That's
pie
personal.
chart make it. It really makes you feel it. Like kind of like when you step on the scale, you be like, damn.
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't have been eating all them Cheetos.
Yep.
You know. But yeah.
My shit told me I spent $400 at the corner store at my house, and like not at my house, but across the street from my house in 1 month.
What were you buying?
So the thing is, I buy like all the kids' snacks, all of them, no matter who the fuck they are.
The team?
Nah. Like my daughter and my son. Once I pick her up, the first thing she does is tell me she loves me, and then she be like, "Daddy, can I get a surprise?" And the surprise is the store, right? I'm like, all right, come on. So every single day, well, Monday through Friday, I go,
Oh my god.
and then I might like, what might be, and mind you,
we should be wanting though.
And that's what I'm trying to, because
The
I
thing
thought
is
it was
this,
for the football
y'all,
team.
y'all not, yeah, and that's another thing. So they'll see me
Say
like, yo,
every day.
Coach Rico, but they see me, Coach Rico, can I get $2.78? I'm like, come on, let's go. I'm not gonna just give you $2. One time I was like, I don't have it. I just cashed out them $10, right? But what happened is,
You cashed up the kid $10?
yeah.
Can I get $2.78?
So,
Right, me too.
but y'all gotta understand, the corner store snacks aren't like they used to be. So it's easy to spend $15.
I haven't been.
Yo,
in a
I'm
long
not even
time.
going to lie.
I
The
bought
corner
a-
store is expensive.
I bought the small bag of Doritos
Like the 25-cent one.
for $1.25.
They don't make
25.
Doritos. There's not 25
there's
cents
no more
anymore.
$1.25.
But that size.
The same
right?
size, yeah, the same size.
What used
All
to
of
be
them
$1.25.
$1.25. I brought a Snickers. You know, Snickers used to be like 75 cents, $2.25. And don't let me get less than $10 because if I'm at less than $10, they charge me 50 cents for the card.
It's like airport prices.
Exactly.
yeah, the corner
so
store- and I
every
don't
day
even
is
go to
about
the corner store
$10 to
no more.
$20 for me. Like,
Hey,
and then if I get to $8, I'm like, I don't want to pay the 50 cents, so I spend an extra $2, and now I'm at $10.50.
Oh, yeah. I went to the corner
buy some
store.
spearmint gum. Like
Spearmint
Like,
gum,
last
$5.
No, yeah.
$4.99,
gum
I saw
isn't
it at
cheap.
Walgreens
Nothing
yesterday.
Is cheap. A Tropicana orange juice bottle, $3. Why?
$3.50,
wait, no. I have one question.
Haagen-Dazs ice cream at the corner store?
$8.
Why
Bro.
would you buy that?
Huh?
The little
No.
ice cream?
No, not the little ones. The full size one. Go to the grocery store. Go to the grocery store.
No, I have a question. I really need to know how much. So I actually never drank these, but they were very popular growing up. I would
That's it.
always see
The
them.
little juices.
No, not that one. So okay, that's two. I have two things.
CNC sodas?
So how much are the little? I think they call them up here quarter waters.
Quarter
Waters.
They're not a quarter.
Right, how much are they now?
First of all, they don't even got them,
Oh, they
right?
don't sell them no more.
They only got, they had the quarters and then they had the big burst. The big burst was 50 cents, right?
The orange drink J-Lo was talking about in that video.
Big Burst.
Yeah.
Was it like Sunny D or something?
It's a double-sized quarter.
Oh, okay.
Quarter, right?
Okay.
So, but now it was 50 cents back in the day, right? Now them shits is like $1, $1.50.
Okay, one
Everything's
more.
about 3 times the price.
One more. and they got the price on this item. Is it still 99 cents? The Arizona tea.
Yeah.
I think so.
And that was my thing. That's the only thing that stood the same.
That would be the only thing we getting out the corner
Because
store.
I think that
only thing.
I think so much people bought it because it was
It was
99
$1.
cents. So I feel like they can't change it.
It was the same reason we bought Doritos because they was 25 cents a package.
I know more. I haven't seen Doritos. I haven't seen the chip.
I don't even eat chips like I used to, and I love chips.
I'm a chip guy, so it bothers me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the one that really killed me, right? Y'all know the Fritos, what's it, honey barbecue twisted
Yeah.
chips?
They're
Them
so
shits is
salty.
$5.
Wait,
$5 for a bag of those. And I love those chips. And those were the expensive chips back in the day. They was like close to like $2, maybe like $2.25.
well, what size though?
It's like a mid-level. It ain't the big bag, but it ain't
Okay,
the
I know.
small bag.
The one that used to be like 129, 179.
But there's so there's like the 179 because there was a little bit more fancier ones. Them shits is
right.
$5.
But the other chips with the same size would just be like $1.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot of sodium in them joints. It's probably good you're not eating them.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm still
paying
eating them. That's why I'm spending.
Oh,
more.
you're saying it's
I'm
more
still eating them.
expensive, but
and that's
he's
what I'm
buying
trying to
it.
say is like
I
I
got
gotta
you.
be more
If he
mindful.
can cash app one kid $10, even though they only needed two,
Right,
he's
he
gonna
can
buy.
cash app all of us $10
Nah,
right
the
now.
thing is,
He's gonna buy the $5 chips.
the thing is, he was with another kid, and I'm like, all right, well, if you have
Get
cash
both of them,
app,
so-
yeah, just buy y'all both something. You know what I'm saying?
So nice.
So
That kid is like, go pick up the 50-cent chips.
I'm like, baby, we got.
I'm the one that
snacks
asked
at
for the
house.
money.
but the thing is, like on the opposite side of town, a lot of those kids don't have much. You know what I'm saying? And I know where they're coming from. So I was over there. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I had the ability to give somebody $10 and not even have to think about it. But the problem is, it's every time I see these little niggas now. It's like, yo, Coach Rico, can I?
Coach Rico!
Let me get $1. Yo, can you buy me a butter roll from the store? I'm like, no, bro. Like,
I was milking you too.
but
man.
every 3 no's, I tell them yes. That's my new
good.
rules.
I don't know, but I'm just gonna say, if you have an electric car, you won't go into the corner store.
Facts.
I'm telling you, like, the only time I don't know, I just don't go. I don't know. They just seem unsafe. I just feel like somebody gonna come in there with a gun for some reason.
At a corner store?
Yeah, and like stick the place up, or like in Texas, like it's just gonna be some dumb stuff, you know. So I just when I'm at home and I drive my CRV, I just put my little gas and be about my way. I don't even go inside. I don't want no coffee.
You know, it's funny,
No
right?
Doritos, no nothing.
Well, the way my building is, the electric ports for
The cars.
for charging cars is like, let's say it's here, everything's in like, closed off,
Mhm.
right? But it's here, but across the street, right there, is where the corner store is.
Well, yeah,
Well, so,
they be there.
as soon
Just
as
like the was it the Yahoo? What's the
Yahoo.
Wawa? Sorry, just like the Wawa.
Yahoo.
You don't
Sorry.
go into Wawa's?
Honestly, only time when I used to charge my car over there in at the other place,
Mm-hmm.
I would rarely go in. I would literally have to need something to go in
Wawa's
there.
the shit.
No,
Wawa's
honestly,
lit.
I
Wawa's
probably
like
went
the
in there
safest.
like once or
No, I
twice
like
when
it.
we were
Super
recording over there.
I'm not saying it wasn't good. I'm saying I wouldn't go in there unless I needed something. Like if I needed some headache medicine or a candy or
you
something.
needed it.
I wasn't going in there just to
Buy
see what
shit.
the new snacks was.
I just go, and that's the
No.
problem. I go in this, I'm like, whatever. I just start looking at shit that
See?
I
Exactly.
thought I might have wanted. Like,
That's exactly it.
yeah, so I gotta do better. But like, I think I come from such a traumatic state in my life where it's like I have the ability to do what I want for the most part.
Yeah.
So I want to do it because I know like back then I couldn't do it. Like my girl, she's in charge of paper towels, by the way, because she runs through paper towels for everything. So I'm like, I'm not buying them.
That's fair.
And she's like, well, it's all right. So back in the day, like she had like a little struggle story where her mom refused to buy paper towels. So they would get like the brown one,
What's that?
the brown roll. You know what I'm talking about?
I know.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, it's like paper.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
a paper towel for
Yeah.
real.
In the public
So-
bathroom.
Yeah.
So because she has the ability to buy whatever not whatever, but the ability to buy, she makes sure that our house got paper towels in there. And I would never forget when she asked me to buy paper towels, like, bro, you use paper towels just to use them.
Y'all, I'm gonna tell you a paper towel story.
Yeah, like it happens,
There's this chick that I hired to come and like help me do stuff at the house sometimes. She's not the housekeeper because the housekeeper does like the deep cleaning and whatever. She's like if I need little things done at the house, whatever. Like I need the refrigerator cleaned.
Rich people.
And so I remember one day I left her at the house with the dog, and I guess the dog was a little baby, and so she peed. And so I came home that night. I said, "Hey, I said, did Rue did something happen?" I said, "It's 1,000 paper towels in the trash can." They was like this. I was like, what?
No.
I was about to have a heart attack. I was like, and they weren't all soaked or soiled or whatever. Because if I see 1,000 paper towels, they better all be brown or red because it got juice on
They
it.
better be ripping apart.
Like, yeah, something.
All four corners.
Yeah. And so I asked her, I was like, man, I said, did something happen? She's like, oh yeah, Rue had an accident, blah, blah, blah. I said, baby, let me show you what a cleanup rag's at.
Yeah.
Cause we're very diligent with our paper towel use at this house. I'm sorry. You can, I don't mind. You can take a napkin, clean up something. I ain't worried about that, but not 75 napkins, paper towels. And I'm not gonna lie, right now in my basement, there's, I don't know, there has to be at least 30 rolls. Like just.
So you one of those
in my
people,
house,
too?
we got paper towels stacked.
You stack certain shit up?
Because if it's on sale, it doesn't matter. If there's
Mom-
anything on sale that we use day in and day out, I'm buying 10.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'm buying, I'm gonna buy all of them actually. I'm gonna go in there and swoop the bitch out like this.
Okay. If you were going to be stranded on an island for 1 year and you can pick one person to be with, would you pick the person you were with?
All right. Just give me 2 seconds.
And there's nothing.
Do I have to know them? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Go ahead. No, you're right. You go.
Do I have to know them already?
Whoever
Okay.
survived.
If there was somebody,
How long we got to be there for?
yeah, how long are we there?
1 month?
Oh,
a
1
year?
year.
1 year, 12 months.
How about somebody chubby is
12
important
months.
in case you got to eat them?
You got 12 months.
That's what
Wait,
they had
did y'all
to
hear what she
do.
just said?
Wait, you got to eat
She
the
said
people?
she
Somebody
wants
big?
a fat person
Yes, you got to eat them.
so that you can eat them.
That's what they resorted to
Jesus.
in Lord of the Flies.
I never seen it. Okay, I'm gonna tell you who I'm gonna pick.
Eat each other.
And this is a person I could reasonably be traveling with. I think I would pick my cousin Blake. Shout out to Blake Campbell.
She might eat you though.
No, he's skinny.
That's why he gonna eat you.
light skin. I know the light skin meat is like it's not cooked enough, so it's probably no.
It's the white
He's
meat.
way lighter than you.
Got
Like,
no flavor.
like sandy blonde hair type light.
Unseasoned white meat.
Borderline Spanish white.
Oh my God.
And I'll tell you why I pick him. So our dads are siblings, and so our dads grew up alike. So I think as far as being able to mesh with somebody for a year that you don't know and you have to trust them, so I think we would have similar thinking in how we attack certain things.
Why wouldn't you pick your brother for that reason?
Let me finish.
Clearly.
So my dad and his dad are both very handy. My dad is an electrician. I've said this a million times. My uncle is actually like in wine sales, but the way they grew up, my grandparents owned a lot of like properties or whatever. And so they were always the one doing repairs and going to collect rent money. And they were involved in like a lot of the work as far as like maintenance, even at their house growing up on Parkwood. Yes, Parkwood. That's where I grew up. If any of y'all know Beehive, because they always say Parkwood isn't, because that's where Beyonce lived, like just maybe like 6 houses down from our house. But anyway, my cousin is handy. He's fit. He can do a lot of push-ups and pull-ups and all of that. He be doing like that CrossFit stuff. He can cook. He ain't really scary. As far as like, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm scared if I see like a dingbat, or I don't even know what a dingbat is, but like something crawling over there, I'm like, ah! Somebody got to kill that. He'll be able to kill it because he has 2 younger sisters also. Let's see. What else? I don't know. He's just super handy. Like he be building plant boxes and like just all kind of stuff at the house. And I really didn't even realize how handy he was. And he's younger than me, so youth. Let's see. He's very creative. Very creative. So I feel like he'll probably be able to figure some stuff out where I'm like a 0 and 1 type person. You know, I think in some cases, he'd be able to think outside of the box where I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, so shout out to Blake Campbell. That's who I would pick.
I have a question. Is he like Spanish at all? Okay, because he's lighter than me, so.
No.
Okay.
That's what I be telling people. Like,
Is he white?
no.
So he's just lacking melanin for no reason?
Yeah, like I'm
For no reason.
like literally. Like I tell people this all the time. That's on my dad's side, but like, hell, really on my dad's side, I'm probably like the darkest grandkid.
Are you darker than your father?
Me and my dad are about the same shade.
Got you.
But his dad is dark skinned and his grandpa was like blue black.
Blue black.
Yeah,
black,
like purple.
Yeah.
So like I guess the genes were just strong. But like I want to say on my mom and dad's side, I'm of the grandkids, I think I'm the darkest one. Definitely on my mom's side, like by far. But I'm also certain I think on my dad's side too. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's who I would pick. I would pick my cousin. And we're related, so I think we have an interest in...
There'd be no fucking going on for 12 months.
I'd be okay. Like, I would...
You would be okay.
Well,
Blake
no.
might be blaking.
but you have to think about it. Think
That's why
about...
I asked, because if he was Dominican, he's definitely going to try to fuck
No.
you. Like...
But think about how much time...
Sorry.
Think about how much time you would have to spend working. You're searching, you're what is it called when you be searching for food? Gathering?
Rummaging.
Rummaging, yeah. You're like, you're gonna spend all of your days like fishing, trying to find worms to eat, like trying to build a fire. Building a fire is not easy. I've seen it on Naked and Afraid. It is not easy.
I used to watch Bear Grylls.
And I think he was a Boy Scout.
Oh, wow.
Might come in handy.
No sex for him is crazy.
You got a hand.
What's that?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like,
I'll pick my girl.
oh.
I definitely pick
Go
my
ahead.
girl.
I was about to
Especially-
say, wait, the question was, would you pick your partner?
And I would pick my cousin.
But can we get why you wouldn't pick your partner?
I would. Why would I not?
Yeah.
I would not pick my partner because he is good at things like business. Like if they was like, oh, they got a bunch of P&Ls and they got a bunch of we need you to come run this company, I would absolutely pick him. But I don't, yeah, but to survive, like,
Fish out of water.
I
said fish out of water.
Yeah, I just don't think that.
Y'all both be sitting there looking
Right.
looking at the ocean.
Exactly, because first of all, I
Well,
need
at least
somebody.
there'll
I
be
need
sex.
somebody who has
Word.
survival skills who are better than mine. First and foremost, I don't want to be the most knowledgeable when my knowledgeableness is down here. You know, so like I said, they got a bunch of like, hey, you want to fix our business type situation, or we'll pay you to come and do something. Yeah, that'll work. I would absolutely pick him. But when it comes to like fishing, you don't know how to fish without no fishing pole.
Does anyone?
Yes. Are you serious?
Without a fishing pole?
She's
Yeah.
from a city. She doesn't know.
Like you can go
That's the
shrimping,
world.
you can crab, you can like make like these. Do you watch Naked and Afraid?
No.
Yeah, spear. Like there's so many ways to fish without a
Yeah.
pole. Yeah. So, and by fish, I don't mean just fish. Like just
like not
sea-
casting a
like
rod.
sea,
Catch other
sea
things.
creatures. Like
Okay.
yeah.
Get right there on that boulder and start.
Yeah. I'm telling y'all, if you watch Naked and Afraid, you will see like how useless you really are.
I used to watch Bear Grylls Man vs. Wild faithfully.
I never seen that one.
What? I used to watch that like, I don't know, I would say from like 2007 to like my whole high school, right?
Bear Grylls?
Bear Grylls Man vs. Wild. They would drop him off in the middle of like the most like inclement weather or dangerous forest, mountain, whatever, and he'd have to survive. And he'll like show you like different things and tell you like what to eat, what's high in protein, what you should look out for.
Worms.
Yeah, worms, bugs, spiders, different types of spiders, and different types of leaves that were poisonous or what you could use them for. That was like my thing. Like, so for me, I would pick my partner, right? Because I do know that she might get on my nerves, right? But when it comes down to it, when it's just me and her, she is an asset, right? But as long as I can, and she'll also see things I don't see. So let's say if I'm like, all right, cool, this is the plan. We need to do this to build this hut. she'd be like, all right, cool, but don't forget, we need to get this type of vine to tie the top. That's the type of person that she is.
Does she know? So she has out like survival skills already.
I'm not gonna say that she does, but
Y'all finna die.
She's quick on her feet.
yeah, but she's very intuitive as well. But the thing is like I've been surviving my whole life. So like if you could drop me off in the projects, you could drop me off on the island, baby. You feel but I really do believe I could survive for 12 months in terms of capturing food, killing animals, doing all of that. The only thing I'm worried about is building a fire.
That shit is not easy.
That's the only thing I'm worried about.
They be
now,
spending 72 hours trying to build a fire.
but like, and that's what Bear Grylls, he'll have like certain things, like he'll be like, if you're stranded in the wilderness of Brazil and you see like these types of leaves, they're good because they're actually very, very easily flammable. So whilst he's trying to like, start a fire, he's putting those types of leaves underneath it and, it'll catch and you'll watch the whole thing
But do
happen.
you know which leaves it is?
I mean, depends on what island I'm at.
Do she know what leaves it is?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all finna die.
Yeah.
Next.
You ever
Right.
saw but the thing is people survive all the time without survival skills in these areas like
Where?
not in these areas, but like I'm talking about like when a plane crashes and they're stranded for like months or whatever.
When does that happen?
What do you mean when does that happen?
They have black boxes.
Like,
I actually just watched this movie.
felt like
I
a
actually just
fucking
watched this movie that's
earthquake,
based on true
Like, this
events.
shit was shaking. I'm
And they
like,
were
what?
it's on Netflix. I forgot what
The
it's
soccer
called.
team.
Huh?
The soccer team. That's 1962 Argentinian.
Yep. When they got stranded in between two mountains in one of the coldest areas. A lot of them died, right?
Really?
Yeah, most of them.
Most of them died, but they were
Never heard of this.
Yeah.
It's a really good
It's
movie.
based on a true story. too,
Netflix?
so.
Netflix, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, cut that.
And it was a whole team. It was a whole soccer team. They were going to, I think,
Argentina.
Argentina for like some type of soccer tournament. And once they get in, it's known once the plane gets into this valley of these two like crazy mountains, the weather gets really, really,
Damn.
yeah, and the turbulence is crazy.
And
So
the plane was janky as hell. I would have never
Word.
got on that
it was
plane.
1962,
I still wouldn't have got on the
Yeah.
1962 plane.
and they were all excited. That shit crashed, boom, boom, boom,
Oh, God.
right? And then they're all,
Thanks for
and mind you, you're talking about
That
negative
is-
30 degrees or 20 degrees every single night, and they survive.
Negative?
Negative, bro. It's you gotta watch it. It's an amazing movie.
So they where were they from?
Were they from Argentina? No, where were they? They're from somewhere.
They
in Spain.
crashed in Argentina.
Somewhere like
Argentina-
Central.
It was the Argentinian soccer team, I believe.
And they
And I
crashed
think they,
in Argentina.
No, they crashed over like some type of mountains, snow-capped mountains.
Like
So between,
Swiss
In
Alps
between
or
'em.
something.
I don't know, somewhere that they couldn't.
Oh,
whatever.
so something they're actually not accustomed to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They're not
Oh,
like they
okay.
had fucking shorts and shit like and t-shirts
Yeah.
and but yeah, half a good like I would say like 60-70% of them died.
How many? How long were they out there?
Like what 4 months? Some crazy.
Yeah,
4
they,
months?
they actually did a search party. They didn't find them at first.
They
and then,
stopped it at 90 days. They're like they're dead.
Damn.
Yeah, and then they at some point one of them wanted to go up the mountain
Yep.
because he thought that it was like
it is.
if he went over there, it would be he'd be able to see clear land, but it was just another set of mountains. And eventually, one of them went down the mountain, and they found.
Don't tell the whole story.
Oh, why
I'm
not?
okay.
Why? It's based on a true story.
But
Yeah,
because they
Google.
might want to watch it, our audience.
Google. Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm still gonna. I
They
still want to watch
went
it.
down the mountain, and they found somebody, and
Spoiler alert.
they got saved. The rest of them and what such.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they might not even be from
It's
Argentina.
based on true events.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, there's been plenty of times where people have been stranded and they found a way to survive.
I'm not a survivor, so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, your skills got to be up here.
yeah.
I think it's not even just the skills. I really think it's a threshold. I feel like a lot of people with heavy skills or with great skill sets, if they are not, I would say like mentally or willfully strong, it doesn't even matter. Like I think that willpower, once willpower kick in, a lot of times it will override your situations depending if you have enough.
But willpower is not gonna make a fish jump in your hands when you're hungry.
No, but
I'm just saying, like,
willpower will teach you how to throw that spear fast as hell. And,
but where you gonna get the spear from?
I mean, it's not hard to grab a piece of
No.
wood and carve. People are making
You been
knives in
wa- you been
jail.
watching too much TV.
I'm telling you, you
snap.
need to watch.
People are making
what are
knives in
you
jail. You
using?
can make a knife
Yeah.
in you can make a knife in
Oh, you're making a knife.
Where you get the knife from?
what are you talking about? You grab a piece of wood, Right?
Listen to Gilligan.
Yeah, bro. I mean, maybe it might be common knowledge to me because, again, I like to watch these survival shows.
I would actually. Can you put us in the forest, Alan? Can you
No.
pay for us to go to the forest?
I don't even want to go to the backyard.
I don't know.
I'll be the first one to die.
I ain't gonna lie, though.
I think we should play this game. Like, just give us a whole bunch of wood.
No.
Give us a whole bunch of. Noah, can we take y'all leaves from the trees?
Can we take all leaves?
Like, Naisha knows how to skin an animal.
Great skill.
You know what I'm saying?
And she's thick. I'll take her.
Because we might have to eat her. But look, actually, Rome said he would die first. He
Yeah,
has plenty of protein, so we can eat him.
I don't. Yeah, but I don't do bugs. I don't do cold.
It's fine. Well,
I need a pizza every day.
you're the first to die, though. Like, you're
Yo, Ro would be like, I don't got
pizza.
my pizza. Nah, fuck it.
That's another reason why I don't do jail, because they don't got pizzas. Well, besides one of the reasons, but
This is one of the.
And the crazy thing about Naked and Afraid,
Why would I be scared?
y'all, I ain't gonna lie. When I first saw this show, Naked and Afraid, I was like, "What's the prize?"
Nothing.
sex.
It's nothing. You don't get nothing.
Dude, there is no cash
Mike.
prize. And,
Nope.
I'm sorry, there's no cash prize, no car, no Walmart gift card, like
A lot of them
nothing.
was getting sick and getting escorted out.
Dude,
they ate
like-
something wrong.
People get sick and die, not die.
No, not on the show. They would just.
They
be
be
like,
having
I
to
can't do
rescue
it.
them. They be
Yeah.
having to rescue them.
I'm being truthful. I don't know these people, but I would take a day worker, like I'm being dead ass, because they know everything.
Home Depot.
Yeah, I go over there and be like, get on the plane with me, and we'll go.
We're gonna be stranded for 12 months.
I'm telling you, because I mean personally, I don't do bugs, I don't do cold, I don't do slime, I don't fish. I'm allergic to
Neither,
shellfish.
but you have to be in the like desperate of situations to be like,
You
all
say
right,
that
gotta
now.
suck it
I'm
up.
talking to Jesus. Take me.
We're gonna eat him first, literally. Like
me
we gonna
first.
have,
That's
we gonna
okay.
have
I'm okay with
barbecue bicep.
Make it.
A barbecue bicep.
But he don't got that much fat on him. though.
Listen,
Exactly.
Make it painless. You can have my body. I donate it. I'm out of here.
We're gonna have some braised brain. Some smothered.
Cheek.
Yeah, baby. We.
Damn, and
You gotta
then what
eat
if
the
we get
organs.
sick and
The
die?
organs got the most
Hey,
protein.
he's already said he's gonna gift us his remains,
Yeah.
so we're good for a little
I'm a
bit.
donor, so
No, but like
got it.
sick from eating his body parts.
We'll be okay.
Not if you cook them properly.
Yeah.
Apparently.
We so you need somebody that can make a fire.
Yeah.
Lord of the Flies, man.
But
Yeah, Amanda.
I was
Okay,
being
well, I
honest.
don't have
Sorry.
a partner, and I'm just going to assume if I did have a partner, yes, I would want them to be on this island with me for the next year. But since I don't, I would just say my dad.
That's a good. Hey, is your daddy handy?
He is.
He can do stuff.
I think he could do stuff. I think he would be the most helpful person that I have in my life right now to be on this island with me.
I'm not gonna lie. That was my first thought.
can you survive in the island, like hypothetically? Obviously, we don't know, by yourself?
Probably not.
Or how long would you give
Not
yourself?
me. I can give myself
Until-
a month.
No.
I think that's the longest I would wither away by then.
Yeah, I was gonna say you.
Like,
I'll give myself a month.
Nah, I don't even got that, because you got to be able to get water. You got to be able to get the salt water to be real water to drink. I'm doing that.
Who gonna do my lashes?
Oh my God.
all right, you're right. I feel like after a while, I'm gonna give in to the worms.
The worms.
Yeah, y'all said worms.
To eat them?
Yeah.
How you gonna get the worms?
That's a dig.
Yeah, you gotta find them. They not just, hey, we're here to eat.
Yeah.
It's a worm. Hey, person.
And you haven't made a fire to cook them up well done.
Eat a
So
fire.
Now you can eat the worms raw.
I'm not eating a raw worm. Take me.
I'm telling you, y'all.
Take
Like,
me now.
I'm not gonna lie, but I think your dad is a good choice. What part of Jamaica was your dad born in?
I always have to ask my mother.
Oh my
that.
God, was it country? If it's
Is
country,
this Saint? Do you know any of the saints?
some of the saints.
Saint
I'm
something.
only part Catholic. Nigga, they're all saint something. Y'all, she calls herself Jamaican.
Actually,
She said which saint?
those who know. I don't really call
Saint
myself.
Catherine.
Exactly. That ain't that what I always say?
But you actually look more Jamaican than Trini.
I don't know. All I know, if your dad, honestly, if your dad's from like country, I think that'd be a great choice. Cause I'm not gonna lie,
It
I
is.
thought
know
about
it's country though.
I thought about my dad, but then I was like, youth.
Saint Thomas.
Oh, I ain't never heard of that one.
Okay, well, it's country.
It must not be by the water. It must be like more inland.
I don't know. I've never been.
In Jamaica?
Not the
No,
Yeah,
St.
Saint-
Thomas, the
Saint
parish,
Thomas,
yeah, in Jamaica.
Jamaica.
I never heard. I literally have never heard of that one.
all right. We heard
But
you
yeah,
the
so
first 5 times.
youth. That's why I went with my cousin. I'm gonna be honest. Out of all the people y'all picked, I'm winning the game.
She's not beating a
You
day
think
worker.
you winning the
You're
game?
definitely not beating a day worker.
You
They
crazy?
can build anything. They literally can build anything.
They can build anything with materials.
But if they don't, like just culturally,
Nope.
they'll eat anything as well. So they'll find you anything.
well, you've already dedicated your body, so we're eating you first. So it doesn't
No,
matter.
you're not with them.
We are.
We're not all together. We're only with one person each.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Of
bringing
4
him.
different
Right.
islands.
She keeps talking about Rome going first. Like Rome.
He keeps saying it.
So Erin's gonna have her cousin Blake build a boat, and they go on
get-
canoe
and get
to
me.
where you're at
Yeah,
to
right.
get to eat you.
Bite him, bring him back.
I'm just telling you, like there's a level of skill that you have to like be to make it out of a situation like that. Like as much as I might want to be able to start a fire and I have the willpower to try, I still got to know like how to do it.
General knowledge will go far when you're forced to learn on your
I
own.
hear you.
And I think a lot of people don't have general knowledge.
There.
I ain't even got my glasses on this desert island. Like, what am I supposed to do? There's a difference, Alan. I think there's
survival of the fittest.
Alan, I think there is one thing that we should touch on before we close. We're talking about a scenario where you have to survive. And Rico talks about this all the time. When you're in survival mode, your thought process is different. Your scrupulous I can't even say it. Scruples are different than what they would normally be. Like the shit you are willing to do is different than your everyday life in order to survive. That's literally just staying alive.
Like the worms.
Yeah. So we have to look at like what is life surviving versus thriving, right? So it's like I think we've all been through survival mode at some point. But it's like at this point in our lives, we want to be able, or at least have an option to pick a partner with whom we can thrive. And obviously that means growth. That means like bearing fruit. It means progression. But it doesn't negate the fact that at some point you will have to sacrifice. You know?
I think that I think in order to thrive, one of the key things you need is the ability to be able to adapt, which is a key ingredient for surviving. So, I mean, if I come into a situation that's already thriving, the main goal is to don't fuck it up. But most people don't come into any situation thriving, which is kind of makes you start at the survival part, right? So I think the people who are able to survive together, now there is a flip side because they also can go nowhere and just die, right? But on the flip side of it, they also probably have the strongest foundation.
Survivalist.
The two people that's learned to survive and adapt to life and adapt to whatever obstacles that they, that comes forth. And as long as they go and jump over these hurdles, they usually have the strongest foundation that even everybody else admires, right? But they don't understand how much sacrifice and just, give and take that had to come into play for them to have that relationship that they do have. So for me, give me a survival, but I ain't talking about the bottom of the barrel survival, but give me a survival situation that I can learn how to build with. I don't want to come into a situation and have to be accustomed and adapt to what is already in place. I want to help create a situation. And I want my partner to help create a situation as well. I want us both to feel equally valued within whatever we have built together. And I think that when you do that, you can then, pass it on. Now, by the great grandkids, they're not going to know what the hell happened. They just going to come into it, right? So hopefully, right? So, but for me personally, I would say that survival has the most important thing that survival teaches you is the ability to adapt. And I think if you have the ability to adapt and you put that same principle across all the other areas in your life, you have the main ingredient to become successful.
Isn't that what we originally started with? I'm saying tying everything you said and everything you said back to our original conversation with the lady or the husband and the wife. he's clearly able to. I think he's the survivor in this situation because if he's always letting out money, he still goes 50-50 and he's waiting to the last minute, 3 weeks. He's probably a survivor and she's probably like the thriver and he can depend on her. That's how I'm connecting it to the
So
story.
he's a mooch.
Well, no, because again, he still has 3 weeks.
Well,
And-
Survivor isn't really a
And he has the ability to still.
Still get it back.
Yeah.
He still has the time to get it back, and she knows that he's resilient enough because it's clearly has happened again, has happened before. That's what I'm thinking.
And he also
I'm
has the
on his side.
resources.
I'm on the
If
man's
she-
side
if
in this.
If
Clearly,
they come out good from that, she's the
would hope.
survivor.
not really because she's
she's
able
surviving
to
him.
adapt in the relationship. She's adaptive. She's
Yeah,
adaptable.
adapting.
She's adapting because
Mhm.
this isn't the
Adaptable.
first time that he has messed up the money.
Okay, so she just roll with the punches.
This is not the first time he's messed up the money. Just I'm telling you now.
I don't know. You really can't just be messing up my money like that.
But it's not your money.
What are you talking about?
It's ours.
Not even ours.
We're
It's
married.
his because he's going to donate it or donate. He's going to contribute it to your $70,000.
Right, but they're married, and the 35 that she's bringing, half of that belongs to him, and the 35 that he's supposed to be bringing, half of that belongs to her.
Yeah, but he don't got it. So now he's getting more than what she's giving. I mean,
Like I
Getting-
said, renew the lease. Renew the lease. And I'm gonna take my 35 and go buy me a
He
little
got 3
trap
weeks.
house to
You
rent
can
it
do
out.
All right, current events. All right, so
If you
we
talk
got-
about that album,
We got Future's album that's booming right now. I want to say shout out to Future, Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, Rick Ross. They got 5 of the top 10, huh? No, I just really like their album. They got 5 of the top 10 songs that are playing in the last 2 weeks on the Billboard 100. I think that they're doing a great
y'all
job.
know it?
April
Y'all know it?
April 12th, you gotta turn on the radio.
Are they paying you?
Yeah, April 12th, they're gonna
Not at
drop
all.
the
He's
new
just on
album.
dick right now.
The April 12th, they dropping a new album called We Still Don't Trust You.
Anyway,
licked a little bit.
guys, great. It's been
What?
great tonight. I actually like the transition of the conversations because really, Alan can chop this up into 3 shows. With the
And should don't be
And-
making
with the-
nobody
and
sit
with the
will.
there
same with the same
watching
outfit.
an
will.
hour.
Part 1, 2, and 3.
Right. So guys, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us, for watching, for supporting. Like, subscribe, comment. Even if you're hating, because I'm gonna still show you some love. What else? Oh, we have some coming up. What is it? Get this. We have a special event coming up on, I think it's a Thursday, right?
May 2nd.
Thursday, May 2nd, here in New York. And we want one special guest, so one of y'all to come and join us. It's an exclusive event, so we really can't invite a whole bunch of people. So we want one of y'all to come with us. It's an event with Sovereign Brands. They make Bel Air champagne, amongst other things. Bamboo. So stay tuned, and we're going to send out more information and let you guys know how you can enter, how you can be a part of it, because we would absolutely love to have you.